called politeness.
Yeah. Look at all my notes. My napkin's almost full.
That's all for tonight?
That's all for tonight.
That's not like you.
I usually do more, right?
Sure you do. Yeah. Well, anyway, so do you think tonight will go better than the last?
We are not going to say anything bad because I think we'll scare the listeners.
Am I breathing too loud?
No, that's probably me. Do you hear me breathing?
No.
Quit breathing so loud. I can hear you chew.
So you have your microphone further away.
I'm pretty loud.
Mark's loud. Mark, you don't look at Mark. You don't need to talk to Mark. Hi, welcome to the Ascertainers. We are the podcast voted most potential for 2022, 2023, 2024, and probably 2025. Fastest rising star, even though we started in 2023. We're in year 2, so you'd think you're going to hear a polished sort of production. Well, you be the judge. But I am joined by the founder, the podfather, Mark. You want to say hi, Mark?
Hi, Mark. Hello, everyone.
See, this is why we can't have nice things. Would you like to introduce you or the episode or our guest?
I will let you do all that. I'll let you run the show tonight.
So what is it you do here?
I watch this graph on the computer.
I work with the goddamn customers. I bet you haven't seen. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, I love that movie.
Okay.
Office
We
Space
just had
for
a little
people.
Office Space, yes.
Yeah.
So we just had a Gramma's Boy question come up, and Mark was like, "I haven't seen it," and I'm
Never
like,
saw it.
I go, "You should see it. You'd love it." And he goes, "Have you seen Star Wars 6?" I'm like, "You know the answer to that. Don't ask me
The
questions.
third Star Trek? Come on, you got to see
You
it.
don't got to say anything after the word Star Trek." Wait, I might have saw James T. Kirk. I saw that one. Like the third episode, or is there a movie? Yeah, so no. That's the answer, no. But I guarantee if you're listening to this podcast for you're more than your first time, you probably like Gramma's Boy, because that's a good movie. It's a, shit. Who's in it? It's all the Adam Sandler guys. The cast. It's all the Adam Sandler guy movies, except Adam Sandler. So like Nick Swartzen's in it, that other guy. The girl from Freaks and Geeks, Linda Cardellini or something like that. I have no idea. Funny movie.
We do have a guest tonight. We should ask her if she's ever seen Gramma's Boy.
Probably has, but secondhand. Did you ever see it, Gramma's Boy on purpose?
Only because of you.
Wow, she's facing so much toward you that I feel like I'm interrupting her because she has to look all the way over to see me. This is great. We're joined tonight on this podcast. It was bound to happen. We thought it was going to happen with another member, but she has more important things to do. No, we respect her choices. But tonight we are joined by the love of my life, my wife of 35 years.
Congrats.
Happiest 27 years of my life. And we got Audie K is with us tonight. It's actually Kris. Would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Would you like to? Oh my God. Oh, somebody hand me a lozenge. I don't think either of these other people are going to talk much. Tell us about yourself.
Oh.
You've had all afternoon to prepare because that's when you came up with this bright idea.
But she was researching the topic more than...
I was doing my homework.
I'll let her get her gumption up while she was all, gung-ho about, I almost got Audie D, Diane. We can say her. We've said her name before. I almost got Diane to come on. Oh, I'm pretty close. And I'm like, okay, well, why don't you come on? Then she was like, what now? So, anyway. And then when we got in the car, what happened, Mark? Kris said, what? I almost got Diane. And
yeah, I did.
And Mark said...
Not even close. I didn't...
Kris, where are you from? I think your parents were on the run, weren't they? You were born somewhere, grew up somewhere, then You got a lot of stickers on your suitcase there. Where were you born?
Illinois,
What town?
Rockford.
Home of Cheap Trick
Yeah.
and Natasha Leggero. Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know who that is.
there's probably a serial killer from there too, because there was a lot of serial killers from that kind of Milwaukee, Racine, whatever. But we'll
I
get
thought there
more
was
on that
a
later.
candy from Rockford, Illinois.
A candy?
I was only there
Candy
for about
with a
year.
K or a oh sorry. Candy from the Spearmint Rhino?
Yeah, and then I think we moved to New York,
Wow.
and then moved to St. Paul,
And who's your next door neighbor?
and then moved to Bloomington.
Who's your next door neighbor? And because we can work on them for a sponsorship too.
The Mancinis.
Yeah, she's next door to the Mancini.
Wow.
So whenever we go to Mancini's, we get a full price steak, kind of like that.
I was just a kid.
Once in a while, like back in the day, the old man, Nick Senior, Nick would always give you a cake, whether you were diabetic or it was your birthday or you just stopped in to use the restroom. You got a cake, little white, like smaller than a paper plate, in a little white box, little thin, sugar white icing, just delicious, just fantastic.
So when you were living next to them, did they have any kids your age that you
Yes.
played with?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be your in to get a
Right.
3/4 price steak.
They apparently had a lot of friends, and Kris was only there for a little bit. So,
Right.
but no, Pat Mancini. By the way, Mancini's not a sponsor yet, but if you want a good old school steakhouse vibe with delicious food, I know Mark doesn't eat meat, but they have walleye salmon,
Which I love.
and I think they have some kind of a pasta dish now too. So their menu is like quadruple in size now. They have like 8 items. It used to be little steak, little fillet, big fillet, with or without lobster.
Love that.
Welcome
place.
to Mancini's. But we used to go there, she and I.
Yeah.
We lived right down kind of down the street, and
For what?
we'd get our 2 little small sirloins, and I'd have a couple pig's eyes, and she'd have like a
Wine.
wine or something, and yeah,
Grasshoppers.
Mancini's. Yes. So now, Nick once in a while would come. Big Nick, old Nick, God rest in peace, Nick, would come by sometimes and go, "Hey, get these guys around," and that's where I fell in love with the Brandy Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had?
I haven't.
Do you like a blizzard? Do you like getting drunk? Well, that's what you get with the Brandy Alexander is a deceptively awesome chick drink that just is the best. 1, good. 2, don't drive. I'm just telling you.
What's in it? Is it like a Kahlua?
It's an ice cream drink.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only matched by the Italian Blizzard at Chianti. Now that's also
Oh, yeah.
a destination.
So in the
drink.
same wheelhouse or same.
It's a girl drink. To quote the kids in the hall, you would be a girl drink drunk if you drank that. Pat Mancini takes care of us when he sees us. He's not there every night that we're there, but yeah. And the second to last time we were there, guess who was at the table next to us?
Boom boom.
Fancy Ray McClooney. Boom. You know who that is?
I don't.
Okay. We're going to pause this episode until Mark gets educated. He's like a pitchman, Twin Cities legend. But maybe he became famous when you were serving our country and not living in the Twin Cities area. But it's like, oh, I know that guy's voice. What is that from? He was with his whole family, and he was just, it's just great.
What commercials has he done?
Like local businesses, very obscure local businesses. I'll show you a clip. You'll be a Fancy Ray fan in no time.
That's not the pick up the phone, give me a call guy.
No, that's a different guy.
Okay.
Fancy Ray's fancy, if you know what I mean. He's kind of like a Jerry Lee Lewis devotee, if you will. No, not Jerry Lewis. Who am I thinking of? Little Richard devotee. Jerry Lee Lewis. Oh my God, it's the opposite. That wasn't a good comparison. Anyhow, here we are. Kris is lived in St. Paul, and the episode's over. All right.
You know what? I will share that what I do remember from
Okay.
those days in St.
Wow, my
Paul.
mom had more energy, but you go ahead there. Tell us what you had.
Going over to the Mancinis was that
I'm sweating so hard this episode. It's like, oh yeah.
was that we had to be quiet because
Dad was sleeping
yes,
because you worked at
absolutely.
nights. Yep.
And I remember that we would eat a bag of Oreos. I specifically remember that.
A bag of Oreos.
Hmm.
That's awesome. Is that where you developed your love for Oreos?
Maybe. I don't know.
I was never at that house, but I love them too. What are you doing after?
They didn't live right next door. They
Oh.
lived around the block.
Oh, it sounds like they weren't even close. Now the truth comes out.
And I had a few of the kids over for my birthday party.
Oh, so my favorite Nick Mancini story is that this kid was telling the story. This is around the time, it might have been around the time that Nick passed away, but this kid's parents would take him to Mancini's because it was their favorite place. And the kid would always order spaghetti. And it's like, they didn't have spaghetti in the menu, did they? They didn't have spaghetti in the menu, did they? And it turns out they didn't, but Nick would run up the street to like whatever the nearest Italian restaurant was and get an order of spaghetti and bring it back for this fucking kid. I mean, how cool is that?
That is cool.
Sorry I called you a fucking kid. It's not a good match. Chris, were you playing little Angry Birds over there? What are you doing there?
No.
None of us have technology.
Well,
Oh,
that's
little
good.
friend.
That's someone to look up all our mistakes as it happens.
Oh, Mark wants a producer. You might be auditioning tonight.
Right.
All right. Well, she didn't tell us much about herself, but she went to high school in Bloomington, went to 13th and 14th grade in Bloomington,
Well, we got sidetracked.
met me at Mankato, and then her life just got progressively worse. So that's cool.
And now she's hit rock bottom on our podcast.
This is the seal has been opened. What is that? Is that the seventh seal? You watch those kind of movies.
I have no idea what you're talking
All
about.
right, well, I can't say what time of year it is, but yeah, because we don't know when this will come out. Anyway,
If
we have
ever.
a sponsor. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with our sponsor. It's pronounced Newt's, and we went there tonight, and Corey's no longer mad at Mark. Turns out he never was, but Mark got scared to death.
He played it off pretty well.
Corey got me too. I mean, he's been holding my full paw in his back pocket for months. And well played, Corey. Well played. I deserved it. I deserved that one till the day I die. So anyway, Newt's was good. We pitched our Ascertainer burger. We realized that the artichoke dip is probably thick enough to stay on a burger.
Tonight it was.
And we talked to Kayla. Hi, Kayla. And she said you do that and you put tortilla chips on it and then the bun. And she was pretty gung-ho. So,
I think that sounds like a great idea.
do you? Well, why don't you tell two friends? So, when you go to Newt's, make sure you tell them the Ascertainer sent you and then just say, I'll have the Ascertainer burger.
And make sure Corey's on the other side of the room when you do it.
You know what? Here's how it's going to go down. You're going to go and you're going to say, hey, I'll have the Ascertainer burger. Where's your manager? I want the Ascertainer burger. He's going to come up and he goes, yeah, we don't have an Ascertainer burger. And then you're going to go, oh, okay, well, let me look at the menu again. He comes back and you say, I'll have the Ascertainer burger. And then he'll say, we don't have that. Look at all the other burgers we have. We have delicious food here. I'll come back when you're ready to order a real burger. And then on the third time, he says, what are you going to have? And you say, I'll take the Ascertainer burger. Now, he's turning red by this point. And he says, hey, would you do me a favor? Can you spell the fry in French fry? Oh, yeah. F-R-Y. Oh, good. Can you spell the cold in cold beer? Yeah, C-O-L-D. Excellent. Now, can you spell the fuck in the Ascertainer burger? Well, there is no fuck in Ascertainer burger. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no fucking Ascertainer burger. Get it? It's a joke. Ha! I shouldn't have said the. God damn it.
Yeah, that didn't go over well.
Chris, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
35 years of this. Officially, and then a couple years beforehand, too.
Mm-hmm.
Courtship at Eddie's father. I have an errors and omission from the last episode. I was pretty convinced that the Doobie Brothers sang a song called Backwater. Nope, it's called Blackwater.
I think you fixed yourself the second time you said it. You said black.
Did I chickadee check myself?
You did.
Okay.
It was just one time that you said backwater.
I'm almost positive I said back both times because I confuse it with the Meat Puppets have a song called Backwater.
Backwash?
Not backwash. No, that's a sore subject. So, Chris would never share a beer with me because she goes, I don't want your backwash. Like, we have a kid.
Were you dipping at the time?
That's probably it.
Ooh.
That's probably it. I remember one time I took a bite of young Alex's Subway sandwich. There's chew on it. That's a little got on the bun. It was so pathetic how he said, "There's chew on it." I'm like, well, I guess I'll take another bite then. I didn't think about how awful that whole situation was. I'm just like,
My sandwich now.
More Jacob Bowfinger or whatever the fuck that. What's that one restaurant that or that sandwich place that has like weird names for their sandwich?
Herbert's and Gerbert's?
That's
No.
it. Yeah. I think it might have been from there.
Would you say Jake Bullfinger?
Jacob Bowfinger. That's a thing, isn't it? I bet it is.
I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Do something. Do something useful. I mean, you can't just look hot the entire time. You have to do stuff too. That's my arrows and omission. Do you have anything, Mark, to add to the salad that is that?
I really don't have anything.
Oh. I just thought about something. The episode that just went out today, did you publish it?
I did.
Oh, it starts off pretty hot with a big, loud F word. And I have a note here. It says, should we cut out that huge F word at the beginning? But you didn't, did you?
I didn't.
Sorry, children.
I would have if you had asked.
Well, we also talked about our friends Ken and Renee. We said they're from a different social background, and
that sounded poor.
That sounded like...
I said that. Now
what does that mean? What that means is they're from Virginia. I mean, that's... Now that you think about it, it's like, oh... But regular Virginia, not West Virginia. So.
I should have said something like East Coast background.
Yeah, better than us.
Okay, so some of the sandwiches from Herbert and Gerbert.
Is there a Jacob Bowfinger?
Well, there is.
There's a Jacob somebody.
There's a Boney Billy.
Yeah, it's Mark's favorite. they also call that the Mark at the Apple Valley location.
Jacob Bluefinger, yes.
Bluefinger, Bowfinger.
Backwater, Blackwater.
The Narmer.
Narmer. Which one's the peanut butter and jelly one? Is that the Narmer?
Let's see there. Well, it's not clear.
I think I've had the Titan. Titan's got
I don't think we can say too much more till we get a sponsorship.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we know a guy over there, I think, don't
Yes,
we?
We do.
But
I think
actually,
he's still there.
I like that they take the guts out.
You like that? Well, every place will if you ask them.
Well,
Jimmy John's will. I don't know if Subway will. I don't even know what's going on at Subway anymore.
Well, Herbert's and Gerbert.
Subway's gone Hollywood.
Yeah, no, I'm way
Wow.
over Subway. That happened a long time ago.
Oh my Subway! Did you hear that? How about sending a couple coupons our way?
No, I'm.
Was
all
that a
about...
Supertramp reference?
Which?
Gone Hollywood.
No, that you said in one
know.
of our early episodes.
I
Hollywood. That was fantastic.
Okay, so carry on.
We are carrying on. We're going to talk about the radio game right now.
Did we finish the Newts?
Well, go to Newt's.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Go to Newt's and ask them what.
For the Ascertainer burger.
That's damn straight.
If you're a little worried about asking that, say just the Ascertainers sent you.
You could say
And bring
that.
me an Ascertainers burger.
You could totally say. Yeah, don't say please. Either. Say gimme one of them Ascertainer burgers. I ain't gonna spell the hay and hayseed. Give me a burger. So Newt shout outs. You got Corey, general manager. You got Sarah, head Sarah in charge. Kayla, MJ, Andy, Jeanette, Ashley, Dawn.
And a cast of thousands.
Cast of thousands. And there's the one guy we see every time. He's not as tall as I am. He's got like a shaved head, some tats. Hard-working guy. Oh, Cam. Hey, little Cam.
Yeah.
Little Cam is taller than me now, but he's younger than like.
Hey,
he's in high
Cam,
school.
you better not be listening to this.
Cam, if you listen, you better credit us when you become an adult on how to swear good. But anyhow, yeah. So we got to get to know that one other guy. But I think that's all the people we know there. You probably forgot somebody, and if I did.
Pull tab ladies.
Nikki, pull tab. Stacy.
Yeah.
Stacy actually started listening while I was there when she and I cleaned house on the $5 box one Saturday afternoon. Woo!
Can I mention, as you were chasing her out the door, I turned to the people next to us because they were laughing at it. And I said, oh, that looks a little scary.
Does. Oh,
He's chasing a woman out the
I
door.
think I don't know her name. It's her and her. She and her mom work together usually, and I think I'd like her chances if there was an altercation. She's
But it was
got
funny.
about a foot on me. So
The people sitting next to us were already laughing at the whole situation.
yeah,
before
well,
I turned.
as long as we're talking about Newts, we should talk about where we almost always see someone we know there. We saw my neighbor. Well, when we got there, it was some hockey parents, Jim and Terry. Saw them, and great to catch up with them. And then we saw Chad and Carol from the neighborhood.
Yeah,
We're not doing Odyssey anymore, are we? We're just doing
we're just going
first
for it.
names. So anyway, Tommy's brother, Chad. There. Hardcore fans will know what that is. We don't have fans. We have listeners. We have two guys. We have Charlie and Jeff. But anyhow, you got the earbud in. Look at how Mark does the earbud. He hotboxes it.
I haven't turned the radio on
He's
yet,
going
but
for like maximum effect.
I don't want to do
There's
it
a
till we
headphone
get our picks up.
and an earbud at the same time. That just seems like you're wearing like a scuba thing and a snorkel at the same time. What the hell, man?
So this is what goes on in the basement.
It is. Well, on that side of the table, yeah, like I'm glad you're over here with me. Kris, why don't you tell us your first two bands for the radio game? Not the 76 bands, but the radio game.
Oh, okay. Black Sabbath.
Ah! Oh, go ahead. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then Black Oak, Arkansas.
Oh my, is that a dig on Diane for not coming out?
No.
From Arkansas? I think it is. You passive-aggressive freak. I love it. All right, Mark, what are your legacies?
My legacies are 76 bands, but they're also...
That's good. But we're going to talk about 76 songs specifically, right?
Yes.
I expect that from you.
So that's
You're that meticulous.
my theme.
You're very neat, well-dressed, organized, but married to a girl. Anyway, go ahead.
Peter Frampton,
Peter.
because Frampton comes alive.
He'll be in town next week. He stays at my house. You want to swing by and say hi?
Okay.
He's Joe Namath on the Brady Bunch.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Boston,
Mm-hmm.
because their debut album dropped, 76.
Oh, I've heard. I'm going to Scorpions, and we brought them up tonight because Kris and I went and saw the Scorpions. About 30, we were 35 years, we saw about 32 years ago. That went great. Anyway, and Bad Company. I'm going to go back around the horn. I'm going to go with The Knack and Question Mark and the Mysterians.
What song is their hit?
96 Tears.
Oh, okay.
KQ played them a lot back in the day. And I saw a cover of that song from 1976. Some guy with a very unique name, like a Norman Greenbaum kind of rock name, covered that song. I'm like, hold on, what am I missing? The one I'm talking about came out in 1966 when Mark was 12.
Oh, we're the same age right now.
All right, what are your two?
I'm going to go with Gary Wright because he had 2 hits on the top 100.
My Love Is Alive and Dreamweaver. I'm familiar.
And the Manhattans.
Now, help me with that.
Kiss and Say Goodbye.
On KQ.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there because I do love that song.
Well, you've already won, so you might as well just mail a couple in.
But that's a great song. You're the lyrics guy.
It's Gonna Hurt Me, I Can't Lie.
Yeah.
Why did she leave for another guy?
They're having an affair, and they said, well, we got to call it off because we have other obligations that we have to stick to.
Stop looking at me like that. Right, Mark? No, I just want to be friends, weirdo.
Okay.
Anyway.
And you don't have to stick with, you can do anybody you want.
She put Black Oak as a legacy. I think she's fine. She's gonna.
Okay.
If you get more obscure than Black Oak, Arkansas, hold on, than the Manhattans, you'll be fine. What are your next two? You're gonna win. She's gonna win.
So Al Stewart, Year of the Cat.
Okay. Not so much for her winning.
Time Passages is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
And
this is how we find out. Yeah.
Cliff Richard.
Oh my God!
Devil Woman.
That's in my notes.
That's in my notes. Go ahead. Hurry on. Let's go. I hope she's gonna win. Come on,
How do
Jimmy.
I
Come on,
confirm?
Jimmy. It's a song.
Oh, it's John Cougar.
God.
Oh.
Not John Mellencamp.
John Cougar. So Hurt So Good. Or no, I need a
Pink
lover.
Houses?
Maybe it's John Cougar Mellencamp.
Which song?
How do we really know?
We don't. It's probably fucking Al Stewart, and he's just
It's
lying.
the end of it, and I don't know what song it is.
All right, well, it wasn't any of the 12 that we mentioned. God, this game shouldn't be so hard. Difficult. We're going to do a second ballot right away since another song's come on now.
Well, we'll see.
So if you win on the next song, it'll be not counted as a real win, but it'll be a second ballot. And I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it rolled into another one, and
Al Stewart.
no. Someone that you are critical of. Their lyrics.
Oh, no. Steve?
It is.
Oh, my, that guy from Ken. From, who knows what episode from now, but he guessed The Who,
And
The Stones, Steve Miller, and somebody else. So he's just, he's on fire. I should call him on Fridays. Hey.
Fly Like an Eagle.
Mm.
Tick, tock, tick. Doo, 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 doo.
Did
All
you
right,
write that?
76 is the year we picked. We've got about 20 minutes left on this episode. Let's jump right into the topic, which was 1976. So the idea was that we would each come with, I recommended 5 songs and then one other kind of pop culture thing from 76. Could be a movie, could be a TV show, could be anything. Could be the Farrah Fawcett poster. That's around 76. Although I don't have that. But Charlie's Angels came out in 76. I feel like Matt G. I'm just rolling off all my 1976 facts, and I'm done. So anyway, we got nothing else.
You know what's sad is that if we do another episode, Devil Woman was my one-hit wonder
That's okay.
on the list.
It's on my list, but I have a lot of songs on my list.
I had Devil Woman on my list too.
Well, you just said
Well, you
Devil
said
Woman,
it.
sweetie.
Oh, did I?
Were you
Yeah.
here? Come back to us. Go away from the light. Come to us.
So how do you want to do this?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us one of your... Here's what I'm going to say. This is controversial because is it that it came out... So for our purists out there, Pat, did it come out in 75 or did it chart in 75? I asked Mark and he said, were you listening to it? 76, I'm sorry, 76.
Yeah, thank you.
Were you listening to it in 76? So, if it was something that was in your zeitgeist, I don't know what that is, Gesundheit.
I actually have both a list of the Billboard Top 100 and debut. for
Okay, well then
76.
why don't you lead us on there, kiddo? I did, just so you know, I selected different styles. I have 2 rock, 1 rock ballad, a disco, and an R&B.
Well,
So, yeah.
goody for you.
Yeah, well,
you
okay.
really did a lot of
Okay,
hard
let me
work.
tell you, Mark. Stream On, More Than a Feeling, the Frampton one, Foghat, and Nazareth.
I am going to go with a song that debuted in 1976.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Murphy. Is it Murphy or Murray? Murphy. A Fifth of Beethoven.
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought that was kind of the epitome of 1976.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
I thought it was epitome. That is a super recognizable song. Kind of takes you back.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Good start. But we have 5 minutes per song. Actually, we don't, because. But is there anything else you want to say about it? Just
No,
that
I
it's the
just think
epitome?
that
says it all.
Yeah. I don't know much about the song other than it reminds me of 1976.
There you go.
Can you remember the difference between when you were 11, 12, and 13? Do you have memories that you can differentiate between
Yeah, I
those
started
years?
getting hairs.
What year?
Well, nose hairs. All 3 years.
No, but what year did you get those hairs?
I don't know.
That's
I kind of
See,
black. I kind of black out for after they came in for sure. It's all a blur.
see, I started getting those when I was 4.
Okay.
Nose hair.
All right, there we go. What the fuck, dude? What? Why? Stop asking my wife if she knew the difference between 11, 12, and 13. Or
No, I
whatever
thought it was a
Is that a
good question.
question?
That
What was your answer? Tell us.
Well, I said that I associated
Oh God.
the years actually kind of with the school year because my birthday was in August. So.
Okay, Identity Thieves, have at it. You have enough information now with that Cliff Richard guest to get her all of her passwords.
So, anyhow.
So, just because your birthday was in August and you associate shit with school years?
Kind of.
Mine's in March, and I also had school years. Now they got us both. We're dead.
Yeah, but you went through 5th grade so many times. It's
Yeah,
kind of confusing.
that's where it's going to get confusing. And as far as graduation here, graduate. I always love that one. That's funny. What year did you graduate? I just buckle over and laugh.
Which time?
I did.
I did. Graduate once. Goofy. All right, which is 0 for me. All right. What was the next question? Oh, give us one of your things.
Like movies?
No,
We're doing
songs.
songs now, if you don't mind.
Either, anything from 76.
But you're special. You can do whatever you want.
Anything. Okay, so I don't have songs from 1976.
You have bands. I think it was bands.
Bands?
No, it was song. It was supposed to be songs, but this is a fresh idea for her, and she's
this
special.
is new
so.
to me. So I Googled a little. And
Ah.
if Google was
Club
correct-
sandwich.
So I learned that, or found, or confirmed, maybe, the $2 bill was issued in 1976. Ta-da!
I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out if you can make this sound like something that Mike will pick up. Oh, God. We're the Ascertainers, your vintage currency leader. I bet she says something about a dime next.
No. So the Carol Burnett show.
Okay. I was looking for Wheat Penny. Wheat Penny. We got him. Hey, it's a successful podcast. Marcus is going to puke into his arm.
Okay, so other 1976 things.
Oh, save some for the next guy. Here, why don't I do one?
Oh, okay.
And let's see if you can
Your
learn
turn.
from what Mark and I do, and then we'll get to you. And then
wait,
you can
hold
talk
on a
about
minute.
your lucky rabbit's
Wait.
foot or some shit.
Wait. Aren't I the guest?
Yeah.
Oh,
And the customer is always right, but you're not a customer, you're a guest. So, all right. Good Lord. All right, so mine is, hang on, I have my episode 1 list, and then we're going to do an episode 2 list, which is the serious one. So my episode 1 is The Pet Rock. Sorry, it's not. I went with a little more of a pop song. I went with Doko Breaking My Heart by Sir Elton John and Madame Kiki D. That is a song. If so, why did I put that on my list? Well, thanks for asking. That's one of those that
we
just
don't
takes
care,
you
Jim.
right
We don't care.
back. That's okay. I know this will be edited out, but I'm just going to have my moment. I'm going to sing like no one's watching. That's how that goes, right? So anyway, Elton John, Kiki D, very upbeat song. Hard to not be positive when you're listening to that song.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's this is working out great because time is dwindling. So Mark, what do you got?
How much time do we have left?
Us, plenty. You, not so much. In fact, Mark, do the thing with it. Get her, moot her.
I am going to bring up Car Wash because that was
I know who sang it.
Rose
Royce.
Right.
That's right.
I think we mentioned it on the podcast before.
Whoa. Oh, you're going to love for my next...
Well, that's our guest.
No, the one for our next episode, the one my A-list of 76 stuff is, if you put Car Wash, then mine will be in good company. Kris, do you have any music-related things on your list, or is it more like Betty Crocker cookbooks and
Well, I might have gotten confused.
bell bottoms?
I might have gotten confused when I was making my notes.
Okay, well, let's hear what you got, because we can just make fun of it either way.
Well, I went into movies.
Oh, that's fine. Well, compared to what you said last, what'd you say last?
The Carol Burnett show?
No, there was
Oh,
one
the
other.
$2 bill.
Yeah. Let's get away from the U.S. Mint and onto any other pop culture reference. Movies.
Silver Streak.
Very
Gene
good.
Wilder, Richard Pryor. Really good movie. Nice job. Tell us what you think about it. Did you see it, or are you just saying it?
It was PG.
Did you watch the movie?
Yes.
With who?
Well, It's totally kind of right up my dad's alley.
Well, no, I didn't assume you were with a guy who was 76.
Yeah, it was
But
a kid.
I know. Did you see it with your mom and dad? Did you see it with just your dad?
I don't remember.
Did you ride your bike with the cool basket and just kind of shove it on the ground and
No,
walk in?
you know, who knows? Could have seen it with the family at a drive-in movie theater.
Very good. Gene Wilder is I think is he dead now or is he?
I think he is.
Yeah. He was as far as underrated, impactful roles, not many people say Gene Wilder, but Gene, that was is there a scene that comes to mind that really, or do you just like the whole thing in its whole?
You know, it just.
Do you remember when they were in the bathroom and Richard Pryor was trying to teach Gene Wilder how to walk? I think were they trying to disguise him as a person of color? I think that's what
Yes,
say
he
it
put
now.
the black shoe polish
Yes,
on.
and then because they were trying to get out of this train station, and he was like, "You can't walk like that," and he was teaching Richard Pryor Gene Wilder how to walk with a little bit of rhythm, and it was gold. It was so good.
Another good thing was the 1976. They had the boom box on the shoulder, and he was carrying that.
Is that what he used as?
Yeah.
Huh?
Young kids were probably thinking, "What the heck is a boom box?"
Well, I'll go TV show. Oh, go.
Well, I was just gonna say, also, as we all look back at movies back then, they were a lot more free with stuff than they are now.
Titties.
Stuff like that, yeah.
And a lot of untrimmed hedges. You know what I'm talking about.
So I had 3 more movies.
Well,
Carrie.
Oh,
I was supposed to let you all contribute.
This is the Kristertainers.
Okay.
This is the Ascertainers.
Okay.
So we usually do,
I need to know my place.
You're learning a lot from Jim because he usually.
I usually hog it, yeah. So this is how Mark feels. Oh, this is terrible. I'm sorry, Mark. I see what you're doing here too, by the way. I'll do a TV show. No. Yeah, keep going. No. I'm going to go with Happy Days because that was the coolest show ever.
Number 1 in 1976.
And how they made Arthur Fonzarelli a 45-year-old high school student who was about 5'2", into the toughest guy in Milwaukee. I'll never know. But
again, I'll reference Lords of Flatbush that he played a gang member in that, and he wore the same outfit in that movie.
And I still have never seen that. Which preceded which?
Lords of Flatbush was before Happy Days.
Really?
Yeah.
If you could have a 5 minutes with Henry Winkler, what would you give up to do it? A, would you want to? And B,
Your life.
yes, I would do it. I would lay down my life for you to spend 5 minutes with
I
Henry
would do.
Winkler.
I think he's
he seems like the coolest, most. Maybe he's a total douche. I don't know.
But he comes across as a happy-go-lucky, very nice person.
Yeah, just enjoying the hell out of life.
Feels like he was blessed that everything worked out for him, and he's just happy for it. And
Yeah, that's the exact same vibe I get. I saw him on some kind of thing. I think it was the Dave Portnoy's pizza review thing, and they had him and another actor or two. It might have been some of the Barry guys or whatever. And he was just, so real life Henry Winkler, not like reading a script or whatever, was pretty much his character in Barry. By the way, if you haven't seen Barry, I think it's HBO. Highly recommend. Ascertainers, give it 2. Give it 6 thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. It's a hot tub reference. But anyhow, Mark, what's your next? What do you got for?
Well, I'll go with a television show then. Charlie's Angels debuted.
Oh God. Okay, sorry.
Which we brought up last episode the episode that dropped today, I guess. We brought up the Farrah Fawcett's poster.
I don't recall that I know we've talked about it before, but I don't recall it on that.
Oh, maybe it was one of the ones that never saw the light of day.
Yeah, that might be it.
We had a lot that we had to burn.
So I didn't have that poster on the back of my door. Kris knows the poster I had on the back of my door, but I know a lot of people that did, and a lot of them have.
You told me the
too.
poster, and now I forgot.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. From what?
She's like the Android phone of Farrah's the iPhone, and Adrienne Barbeau is the Android, and I was Android all the way. I don't know why either. It was probably sold out. And
what was the poster from? Is it from a movie or is it?
Nope, it's just her standing there in some kind of lingerie situation.
Ah,
What did your mother think of that?
It's better than what I had under my mattress, so she was fine. She just didn't like the whole, as Lance said it, it feels like I'm walking on Velcro. I was spilling more seed than Michael J. Fox in a bird feeder in that.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, are your work people going to listen to this?
Hope not.
You keep telling them about it, and that's bad. I think the swearing's been pretty good on this episode.
I've been very.
we could up it a little bit more.
Chris is when she gets her mind to it, she can swear all right. But
So do you have
yeah, you're up. What's your next?
TV, movie?
Poster?
Yeah, what was your poster?
Anything you
Do have
want.
Leif Garrett or no? Who was big? Parker Stevenson.
No, I think we should talk about the poster I have now.
Was it Leif?
Yeah, what do you got now?
It was Leif Garrett, not Leaf, right?
Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's true. That was a controversy.
Was it?
What were the other? Oh, Matt Dillon. He was a thing.
Oh, from The Outsiders.
I saw his screenplay. He was Matt, and then he used a different last name before he was Matt Dillon.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. It's like Matt Zonk or something like that. And maybe he was a Batman fan. I don't know.
Oh,
Beer.
Gunsmoke just ran through my mind when you said Matt Dillon.
No, Matt. Is that his name?
I think it is. But I was thinking, isn't that the name of the sheriff on
Marshall Dillon or whatever.
Yeah, Gunsmoke.
I don't think it's Matt, though. I think it's Marshall Dillon.
I think it was Matt Dillon.
Oh, well, maybe that's where you guys' name.
Wow.
Clever.
Wow.
I have George Washington. Not that one.
Matthew Raymond Dillon is an American actor.
Oh, see? We need to.
We
could be
do
like,
need you to be.
Robin Quivers for the.
He was born in 1964.
What was his name?
Matthew Raymond Dillon.
No, it's not his. It's what was his birth name? Oh, that's I can see when you use a middle name for your stage name. Well, he used Zonk or something. Maybe he went back to his regular one. Does it say anything about me in there?
Not about you.
Oh.
No.
So you didn't get
sorry.
my letters?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go next. Oh no, you're up.
No,
Did you do?
You haven't. We've cut her off twice.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times.
Yeah. I'm back on movies. Sorry.
That's fine.
That's whatever you want to talk about.
Freaky Friday.
Okay.
Carrie.
Oh,
Freaky Friday? I thought that was something in the...
And King Kong.
King Kong.
Jeff Bridges.
Jessica Lange.
And yeah,
From where?
Minnesota.
Stillwater.
What's her connection? Does she live there now, or she grow up there?
No,
or
her and the guy she married lived there. Can't think of his name. He's a cool guy.
I know a guy named Scott that lives in Stillwater. I don't think he's married to Jessica Lange.
He was an actor.
I think. Yeah, his wife.
You would know him if I...
He's been pawning off this Mary person as his wife. If he's been married to Jessica Lange this whole time, I'm gonna have words with him.
Well, I think she sold it, though.
Is it the guy from Brolin? The man from Brolin?
No, I don't know who that is.
It's a guy. There's a bunch of Brolins. James Brolin. He was in Amityville Horror.
Yeah, but did he have a brother that you were talking about?
Yeah, Mitch. All right, I'm gonna give one of my things here. Well, as long as we're going on, we're gonna just kill music here. Second City TV.
Ooh.
SCTV gave us John Candy, God rest his soul. Gave us Bob and Doug McKenzie, which would be Dave Thomas and Joe Flaherty. No, that's not Joe Flaherty. Shit. Oh, Rick Moranis. Thank you. Sorry. Thanks for bearing with me. It also gave us the mom from Home Alone, and she was in Schitt's Creek. Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
A couple other Eugene Levy. Oh, just was loaded, and they did just dumb shit, and it was so fun. That was
Eugene
such a fun
Levy
show.
turned out to be just a great screenwriter also.
Oh, I didn't know he wrote a lot, but
He wrote Ghostbusters. I believe he
I think
wrote...
you're thinking of Harold Ramis.
I am.
That's
You're
okay.
right.
That's okay.
I
I'm sure Eugene Levy can write shit, but he played just the perfect, he just fits every role. He's very well cast. How about that?
Yes.
Like the dad in American Pie.
Yeah.
Very funny. The car salesman in Vacation.
Yep.
Are you sure? If you think you hate it now, wait till you drive it. That's a classic line. All right, Mark, you're up.
Sam Shepard was married to.
Sam Shepard.
Yeah, and they both lived in Stillwater.
Lived or live.
Well, he's passed,
Okay, well, so
and then they
that's a
sold
no for
it, but-
him.
Yeah.
all right. So should we just count this one as a win or a tie?
Yeah, we can do that.
Goes to the runner.
I'm running out of things to say.
Promote. Okay, Kris, why don't we exhaust your list if that's what you kids are calling it now?
Nope, that was it.
Anything you want to say? Any shout outs? Anybody at work you want to say hi to? How about your awesome boss? No.
Jim goes, do you want to do any shout outs to work? And she just started shaking her head.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but
no.
the thing is, though, is that she tells a lot of people working it, which I say, what are you doing? We're not a work podcast. We're not good for that. But was it everything you thought it would be? You seem very unaffected.
Oh, I'm just trying to keep it on the down low.
You try to keep it cool. Did you feel you were treated well by the Ascertainers? Or at least one of them?
Well, I'm expecting a confidential survey later that I can complete.
Oh, just listen to the next episode. That'll be your survey.
HR department is up, and it's on the second floor room.
It's at the end of the driveway. Take a left. Keep
Well,
walking.
Yeah, and I think the forms that I had to fill out earlier
A lot of
beforehand,
those pictures will stay in your file. Okay, those are only for
I
in
didn't.
case shit goes wrong.
I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to have some copies to allow my legal representation to review.
Oh, you could trust us. You don't need to worry about
She
that.
knows it. We're told her.
And,
I'm the IT guy at the house, so
and
if I want to make the printer not work, we're gold, Mark. Don't worry, she
Oh,
won't.
fuck.
Nothing will get printed up there.
Oh, do you know how many times I've heard I am not the IT
I'm
department?
not the IT. Sometimes I got a
Thankfully,
thing on my downstairs area, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not the doctor." Okay, well, and I'm not the IT, and that's how I get out of putting paper in the printer. That seems like a roundabout way to get to that. But
See, one more beer, and this could be.
you want to be on the next one?
Oh,
You
no.
can be on it, but you're not going to talk. Mark and I have serious business to do, but you can.
Oh,
you can
men's
just laugh.
stuff.
Guys, yeah.
you already
No, music
heard
stuff.
our men's
It has
stuff.
nothing to do with gender or genitalia, but it has to do with actual music stuff. And you come in with the fucking Murphy Brown or whatever the hell you would,
Wow,
Although you had Black Oak Arkansas as a band, that's like super impressive. Name one Black Oak Arkansas song,
How do you
and
work this?
you don't. First you unzip, and then
Oh,
you
then
give it some air.
what happens next?
Nothing. Press another button. Get robot, and you're gonna talk like a robot.
Robot?
It'll say robot. There it is.
Robot.
Oh, she's
you-
very good at
Yeah,
just,
she's better than we were. Like robot.
I am a robot.
I am a robot. I need oil. Down by my
I need
robot.
oil.
That suits you very well. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We'll do some negotiations on whether she comes back on the next one. I don't think they're going to be back to back, so it's all
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you for coming on. It was
Cheers.
very nice.
You can edit most of this out.
And sorry we interrupted you so
We'll
much.
just edit out Mark and I, and it'll just be all you all the time.
Ooh.
The Ascertainers is what they'll call it.
No.
Thanks for coming on, sweetie. It was fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Boy, you look tired. That is so
I am not getting rid of that.
I hate that when he
very
does that.
ironic. And look how good it feels, though. It's like, do you know that 4
I-
people are going to hear this?
I
burp?
did not do that.
Oh, that was AI. We AI'd that burp in there. Thanks, hon. Come back again real soon. Thanks, Mark.
Hey, it's just a
Thank you,
floor
Jim.
away.
Thank you, Chris. And we'll see you next time.
Good night, John boy.